drove past without thinking, like it was any street. Radio low and steady, heartbeat underneath. I almost didn't notice the familiar silhouette. Your car beneath that flicker light, a shape I can't forget. I told myself I'm steady now, I've practiced looking strong, but something in my chest went still, like I've been wrong. There are scenes I thought I was okay with, passing shadows unmoved, unfazed. But healing's just a sheet of glassy cracks when pressed. There are scenes I thought I was okay with till your car in the driveway of our old place, headlights cutting through the gray. My breath went shallow, hands turned cold. The past stood there in silver chrome. I felt the surface start to bend, like I was breaking without a sound. There are scenes I thought I was okay with, that street corner in the rain. But healing's just a fragile glass with hidden veins. There are scenes I thought I was okay with till today. I never moved on, I just moved slow, folded the hurt so it wouldn't show. Seeing you there undid the frame of every lie I used to stay. There are scenes I thought I was okay with, cold and small inside my chest, but glass remembers every touch, every breath. There are scenes I thought I was okay with. I guess I'm not yet. I drove past slowly, this time I knew. The screen was flickering blue, across your face explosions, dialogue filling the space. My hand rested between us on the seat, a small unguarded hope waiting to be met. You used to find me in the quiet scenes, your fingers threading mine in between. That's when I knew it, when you didn't reach across. The silence widened slowly, like something lost. No fight, no sudden break, just a subtle shift in lightest red lipstick, like a warning flare painted over sleepless skin and vacant air. Haven't eaten since Tuesday, coffee and a lie, holding up my shaking frame with I'm alright. I learned how to stand up straight while everything caved in, how to keep the light outside from finding where you've been. It was the day I pretended I was fine, smiling wide in a thinning line, while my heart moved slow and underground without a sound. The day I pretended I was fine, your absence loud in every sign, every breath a careful design to look alive. Your jacket on the kitchen chair, still shaped like you. I'd almost asked it how you've been, like I used to do. The mirror caught me mid-collapse, mascara like rain. I pressed my lips together hard and faced the day again. Late at night, but color fades from my mouth, from my skin, and all that's left is what you took and what might have been. I whispered to the ceiling what I couldn't say then. I am not okay, I just know how to pretend. It was the day I pretended I was fine, right against the warning signs, moving through the crowded room, half in bloom. The day I pretended I was fine, but something in me stayed behind, still sitting at the edge of goodbye. I've seen undefined. The day I pretended I was fine. I reached for my phone without thinking twice. Your name still lives in the muscle memory of my night. Something small had happened, a story you would have known. My thumb already hovering over what was once our home. I could almost hear you saying, tell me everything. The ordinary magic of a trivial thing. Then the moment stopped me, mid-breath, mid-need. I'm no longer the voice you're waiting to receive. The space where you used to be turned careful and cold. and let it disappear. Salt gathered on my eyelids like a tide about to break. Your name moved through my bloodstream, an old familiar ache. The room was dim and listened to every fragile sound. I felt the swell rising from somewhere deep and drowned. I pressed my eyes shut against the sea, whispered to myself, you don't get more of me. That was the night I chose not to cry, held the ocean back inside. You had taken enough of my water, enough of my time. And that was the night I chose not to cry, let the storm pass dry. If love was leaving anyway, it wouldn't watch me die. My pillow knew the pattern of every other fall. The ceiling wore the shadows like writing on the wall. But something in me hardened, not bitter, just aware that grief can be a current or something you don't share. My throat burned quiet, my chest stayed tight. I let the ache exist without giving it sight. It doesn't mean I didn't hurt or that I didn't bend. It means I kept one fragile thing that you couldn't spend. No flood, no trembling collapse, no salt upon my skin, just a silent reclamation from everything we'd been. That was the night I chose not to cry, stared at the dark until it passed by, learning that survival can be this small and shy. The pain came late, not with goodbye, not with slammed doors. It came in out three when I reached for one cup, soft, unforgiving. Your mug by the window, dust on the rim. I call it decoration, it calls me back. I thought I was finished crying you out, but sorrow is patient. The pain came late in the smallest shift in empty chairs, in untouched air, no thunder, just wait. I practice being okay, memorize the shape of a loan, but love hides in morning rituals. The pain came late, dark as the coffee, bitter and plain. Not when you left, when I stayed. One cup cooling, two shadows gone. You waited for my answer across the kitchen light, your shadow on the cabinets, sharp as a knife. I felt the sentence forming like stones inside my chest. Every truth had edges I couldn't let you press. The air grew tight around my lungs. Some words are oceans, too deep for tongues. That's the reason I said nothing, not because I didn't care, but every syllable was breaking on the way up for air. I swallowed whole confessions, let them settle in my ribs. Silence was the only mercy I had left to give. I knew you didn't want the tremor in my doubt, didn't want the fragile truth spilling out. So I held it like a secret, pressed behind my teeth, watched your eyes search mine for something sweet. Love can turn so carefully cruel when honesty becomes the wound. That's the reason I said nothing. My throat already torn by all the things you wouldn't hold or would have won with scorn. I chose the quiet breaking over watching you disappear, and now the only voice I have is the one that isn't here. If I had spoken, we would still be gone. First frost on the window, cold lace on the glass. The room feels wider since you stopped coming back. Your mug on the counter, lipstick fading thin. Even the silence knows where you've been. Daylight drains early, blue before 5. I hold the quiet like it's keeping you alive. When winter touches me, it sounds like your voice, low and distant, without a choice. December in my bloodstream, silver and slow. Every falling shadow feels like you letting go. Spring tried to open the weight in my chest. Summer lay restless against my bed. Autumn was honest, leaves thinning out, everything leaving without a sound. I stopped saying your name, but it lingers still, like breath on cold air that never will. When winter touches me, it sounds like your voice, soft but certain of its distance. December in my bloodstream, quiet and blue. Every empty season resembles you. If I press my palm against the glass, I almost feel the warmth we had. But frost remembers what I pretend. Some things don't break, they just don't mend. When winter touches me, it carries you through every room I'm walking through. December in my bloodstream, heavy and true. Every silent season resembles you. First frost on the window, I let it stay. First frost on the window, I let it stay. I kept my teeth showing like polished porcelain, a bright little warning of the storm I was in. Laughter balanced lightly on a wire in my chest. One wrong breath, it would do the rest. If I loosened my jaw, if I let it slip, all the noise I buried would rise from my ribs. That's why I was smiling, not because I felt light, but I was terrified of what would happen if I didn't fight. The scream behind my eyes pressed thin against my skin, so I held that grin and let it hold me in. In every crowded room I played the easy part, a well-lit version of a dimming heart. You were a fracture I hid with grace. No one saw the shaking underneath my face. Happiness is louder, but grief is strong. It waits in the throat all night long. When I'm alone, the smile collapses slow, like a building no one meant to know. The scream finally stretches out into the air, raw and uneven, but at least it's there. That's why I was smiling, like everything was fine, while panic tries to circles down my spine. I wasn't happy, I was just surviving it, holding back a flood with my teeth clenched in it. Now the mirror understands why I was smiling. We gathered driftwood with careful hands. Splinters in our skin laid each fragile promise down, and called it something we could live in. The shoreline looked forgiving under a borrowed sky. We didn't see the tide turning in its mind. Every wave erased what we had arranged. Still we kept pretending it would change. That's why we couldn't make it. You held one side steady, I held the other tight. But hope is light as foam in a restless night. Our blueprints wash blue lines running into sea. We called it bad timing, but it was you and me. No villain, no crime, just gravity and time, pulling at the edges of your hand in mine. When the first wall gave way, we didn't speak, just watched our living room drift out of reach. Your eyes said stay, your body said go, and the current already knew what we didn't know. That's why we couldn't make it to the end. Two tired hearts trying to defend a house made of pieces the ocean had thin. That's why we couldn't make it to the end. Not for lack of love, but the tide we were in. The shore is quiet now, only fragments